Good morning, everybody. It is July. No, what am I saying? July. It's September. Goodness gracious. Let us please not go back to July in the 1,000-degree temperatures of heat. Gosh. This is the only trellis that I have that has something growing on it, and it's my morning glories. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of those little purple flowers up there. The sun's starting to come up over here. Oh, there's one little one. Get that sweet little thing. It has been a year, guys. I'm saying just 1,000-degree temperatures of heat. Look at my cannas over there. They're not even half the size they normally get. So sorry it's been so long since I've made a video, but it's been too hot to be out here, to be honest, in this backyard. There's my moringa, and as faithful as this little tree is, I bring it in every year in the winter time. It's still producing seed for me. This is its 4th year. So I have 2 good pods on there. And this one sure did get up there. It liked that heat. See if you can see how tall it's gotten. It's pretty tall. This one's finally, after all being out here since June, make a little sprout. I'll get my tree, my apple tree, from the heat. There's no amount of water I can give it to help it, but it's got growth on it, so it's good. It's not dead. This is my new little container garden area. This is some sweet potatoes, and that right there growing is a butterfly pea plant. Hope I can get some flowers before the first frost. There's my cranberry hibiscus. I moved my fig trees in these pots, and that's some peppermint. That's a little tomato behind this moringa. I put the moringa in this pot so that way I can bring it in easily in the winter. Another moringa. This fig tree sure did take off though in this pot. These are some pepper plants I moved over from the other side of the yard to see if I could save them and get some kind of peppers this year. This is the red burgundy okra. I've been just getting like one piece of okra off like every other day. It hasn't really taken off. I think it's just the heat. Some asparagus that I had put in this pot. Some sweet potato vines. Yes, I have my radio on. I'm not really worried about my little monetization. What is it that the YouTube does? That's fine. Not worried about it. I play that music for the chickens. They listen to the gospel station 24 hours a day. This is a random peach tree that's in there. I got me some more purple tree collards, so I got that started. It's looking good. Sweet potatoes, Egyptian walking onions in this pot. Planted some plethora onions from Haas Tools in here. They hadn't came up yet. I just barely planted them the other day. Some more Egyptian walking onions and a little okra plant. And this is my blackberry. Oh, gosh. Y'all see that? Where is it? Ugh. I don't want to touch it, or I would get it and give it to the chickens, but I don't have my little jar. I catch them with a jar because I don't want to touch them. They're gross. There's another little purple tree collard. And I got some new chickens this year. 4 little chickens over there, and they finally, old Betty finally integrated with them. It's been a terrible, terrible summer, y'all. It was so hot I lost my other chicken, Valerie, from the heat. Yep, I was at work and came home and found my sweet Valerie gone from the heat. They still hadn't quite taken to her, but I had to keep those chickens right there, and one of them's a rooster. Yeah, I did that. Didn't mean to. I thought I was just picking a beautiful little baby chicken and turned into a rooster. But they're all Easter eggers. Besides, old Betty Boop over here, right there. She's an Australorp. She's molting, so she ain't got no tail feathers. And so this one right here was B'Elanna. Named them after the Star Trek girls on Voyager. B'Elanna Torres, Captain Janeway, Seven of Nine, and Kes. Well, B'Elanna, she turned into a mister, so I just changed her to Mister. Sweetest little rooster so far. I'm telling you, I just about almost cried. He was just so sweet. He just lets me pick him up. He don't get upset with me or nothing. That's just amazing. But anyway, that little kennel that they're in right now is what they stayed in the house. In the house, y'all. For 15 weeks. Until finally the heat broke and I was able to bring them outside. It was just a long time to have chickens in the house, y'all. That was a mess to clean up too. Well, they did fine. And then old Betty Boop over here went to picking feathers out of the rooster. Well, y'all, he hasn't forgiven her for it. Every chance he gets, he's not mean to her, but he'll pop her. I know they got to establish their pecking order, but it sure is hard to watch. Hard to watch, girl. But we're going to make it. She's doing better. And they're doing better. They're getting along. I'm going to take that out of there maybe today or tomorrow, that kennel. But they seem to be enjoying going in there into her space. I have enjoyed this, though. This trellis with the little morning glories growing over it sure did turn out to be pretty, even though all the others. Horatio, let's see if he wants to come out. Are you coming? There he goes. Meow, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Oh, let me see. What else do I have on this side of the yard? Nothing wanted to grow over here. Y'all, it was so hot I couldn't get the ground to get watered enough. But I do have some, those are the rattlesnake beans, pole beans I planted. And they're doing pretty good. There's a little sweet potato vine. My rose bush, oh y'all, it barely survived, but it's still there. Everything else, nothing. This is my butterfly type bush. It has pretty little blue flowers on it, but nothing right now because it was just too hot. The garden looks green today, though, y'all. Let me tell you, it has not been green. Ask me how many tomatoes I've gotten this year. 2 little cherry tomatoes. 2. Tomato plants are about dead or in a doornail. I planted some squash and some zucchinis out here a couple of weeks ago. They're finally trying to come take off, but there's another roselle. Excuse my water hose. I had to go fill up the water bucket in there because and then I realized another break in the water bucket. I guess it's time to get some new ones. But look at these sweet potatoes and these zinnias growing so good right here. I think that's a lantana over there. Let me see if I can get closer so y'all can see the pretty flowers. I had to tear all this out. This was just full of, what is that stuff called? I don't know. It's that wild lettuce. Look at those pretty little flowers. This poor little peach tree. Look at it, y'all. Ooh. Look at my big peach tree. Hardly has any leaves on it. Yep. Take a gander over there. where the tomato plants were. Ugh. Over there is some asparagus that has survived, and I planted some cabbages over there yesterday. Everything's a little messy around here because it's been so hot. Let me go in here so y'all can see the chicks. Well, I guess they're not chicks now no more. I think they're 16, 17 weeks old. Betty Boop. All y'all gonna see is my shadow. Yeah, that's what gets you in trouble. Right there. Nobody's doing nothing to her. What is she saying? Hi, babies. Look at it. Look at the YouTube people. No, you're not going out. You got to learn to get along with your friends. She's like, they're not my friends. They don't like me. Stop talking trash. Mister, say hello. Say da-da-da. That's what his crow sounds like, y'all. Let's see if I can get him to do it. Say da-da-da. Come on, mister. Say hello. Anyway, well, this is Mister. This one right here is 7 of 9. I call her 7. This one's Captain Janeway, and that one right there is Cass. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Da-da-da-da. Nothing. Turn the phone off, and he'll crow for me. This is their view right here. I think they got a pretty nice view for being chickens. I don't know if y'all can see Mio over there just staring through the door like, what's going on? Oh, look at Cass. Look how pretty she is. She just likes to go inside. For some reason. Maybe she's getting ready to start trying to lay. Betty Boop. That's what I have to listen to, and they do too, y'all. Look at her. Well, let's go over here and talk about the tomatoes. Or the no tomatoes. Look at this pretty little flower, and I cannot remember what it is that I planted right here. Isn't that pretty? The camera just does not show the vibrance of these colors. Got some basil. Got some pepper plants over here and some sweet potatoes. I planted sweet potato vines down all the beds. Look at that sad tomato plant. But I have hope for it. I can't just pull it out. It's got a little top on here. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll make something. Oh, you know what? I think I did get one tomato off of this plant now that I think about it. See, that tomato plant's got something. That tomato plant's got some green on it. This is the cherry tomato. It's that sun gold, I think it is. Not sun gold. It's a tropical looking one. Look, it's got some flowers. Maybe I'll get me a few little tomatoes. But look at this, y'all. I watered these and watered these and watered these. I got a soaker hose. Well, you know, drip tape right there. Ugh, the heat was just too much for them. I couldn't handle it. Got some little zinnias I planted right there. And I planted some, what did I plant here? Oh, some red cabbages to go along here when everything starts dying out. They'll be here. Another pepper plant. There's a little sweet potato vine. These are all my clippings. This side of the yard. It's so hard to grow anything. It's just so hot over here. I try not to put my shadow in this camera, but it sure is hard. I mean, we're finally getting a little bit of a reprieve. It's still supposed to be 97 degrees here today in Texas. See, look, I just need to get rid of this. And there's still a little bit of green. A little bit, maybe. That was looking like it's gonna make something too. I can't give up on them. They're trying, they're fighting, but oh, look at this one. Bless its heart. It couldn't take it. So that's enough. That is enough. I got some boxes to lay down in my pathways. I'll do that this fall. You see? This one's got some leaves on it. This one's got a little flower. Aww, it's trying. It is trying to stay alive and make me something. Little tomato. Got no tomatoes this year, but I think I'm going to have a few. I think this little garden will give me something. I think this, yeah, this is a pepper plant. I didn't pull all the pepper plants from over here. But I did pull the ones that were really looking like they were almost on their last leg and they weren't going to survive. Look at that basil. This is some marigolds from my seed that just comes up around here. There's some sweet potatoes over there. Hopefully, I'm going to get some sweet potatoes this year, y'all. I usually get sweet potatoes, and I just didn't know if I was going to get anything this year with all this heat. But they're starting to perk up. And I can't remember what I planted. This is a green bean, I think. Well, there's only like one over here. I planted a bunch over here, though, to go up this little trellis. Compost bin. That peach tree didn't act like it bothered it anything. It bothered it, this heat. But underneath that peach tree was my first hugel mound that I ever did. And I think that's why that tree did pretty good. But the rest of everything else over there didn't do good. Usually right there is just full of those beautiful light blue flowers. But we're surviving this heat, and it's getting better. That's my wood pile. If I could just get in there. I'm afraid to get in there, y'all, now. Let me show y'all this wood pile. This is from the trees that I had in this backyard. This backyard used to have 7 pecan trees back here. In 2011, we had a year much like this year, where it was just 110, 115. Like, that's actual temperatures. That's not what it feel like. And just no rain, and it killed all the pecan trees back here. And I had to get them all cut down, but I couldn't afford to have them move them for me, so they dropped them. Cut them up for me, but dropped them right in this yard. Yep. It's hard to believe that nothing used to be back here but just a bunch of logs. I had to move every log. Let me see, get over here and I'll show you what some of the logs look like. Because all those are all underneath there. I'm not messing with that. That's some kind of habitat for some kind of animal, I'm sure. And it can stay. Just don't come over here bugging me. There's some of them. Of the logs. Let's see. They were pretty big. Those were like the top of them. I know it's a mess over here, but I couldn't get out here with that 1,000-degree weather. And of course today it's nice because it's the morning time. But it's going to be 97 today. I just wanted to check in, guys, and say hello and good morning, and sorry it's been a long summer and too much heat. Too much heat, but we're making it, and the Lord's helping us get through. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? You can see the purple flowers. I hope the sun's not too much. That's been my joy this summer, because them morning glories, they just kept on growing up that trellis. Take care, guys, and I sure do appreciate you watching and visiting and liking and subscribing. And I'll get better about making more videos and showing you my stuff as it grows and how these chickens are getting along. Take care. God bless you all. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.